Welcome back to Everything Moto, where we give you guys a little update of what's happened in the moto scene in the past week or so. And today we have a few interesting topics to talk about, so make sure you guys hit that like and sub button, and let's jump right into it. First topic we have up, Doc. Tom Vialle heading back to MXGP on HRC Honda next year?
Or is he? You know?
So there's a lot of rumors going around. Vialle MX and Lewis at Vialle MX actually talked about this on Twitter. He posted it. He broke the news and said that it's very likely to happen. And then Pulp also kind of lingered to saying that, yeah, this is kind of confirmed. But then Tom Vialle went on socials today, Thursday, and said, can't wait to ride Southwick on a 450 next year. Like,
maybe he is going back, but maybe they're letting his deal run out. Like here, like he finishes next year on a 450 and then he goes back. So like maybe they're both true, you know? Yeah,
so I had like 3 thoughts on this, all right? First thought, he stays. And he does the full supercross outdoors on that 450, 3-man 450 team on KTM. Like, that was my original thought. Second thought, he goes back and does MXGP on the Honda, but then does Southwick as like a off race, kind of what we kind of figured what Lucas Kunin and Sasha was going to kind of do, you know? So that was another possibility I had. And then Daniel Blair actually brought this up, and it's also another thought I had was, why doesn't he do like the Justin Cooper thing where he races select supercross rounds and then he jumps back on the 250 and tries to win the outdoor season and then officially moves up the following year? And
yeah, but
I don't know which one is the best choice, I guess. I feel like you, as him, just go after the money, and whichever one is financially like secure, you know, because like, yeah, more lucrative. And then you have an opportunity for the following year, like if it's a 2-year contract, because maybe KTM's only a 1-year deal on that 450 because they're not sure how it's going to work. And I don't know. I want him to stay. I think he would be fine in Supercross, just trying to get up to, you know, this top fives, kind of similar to Justin Cooper in a way, in my opinion. And then he's going to be a demon outdoors. Like, we already know how good he is outdoors. So, I don't know. But it's very interesting.
I bet it's a little bit of both. I bet he does all next year, 2026, on a 450, and then goes back to MXGP on a Honda.
Yeah, but what if he has a great year? Why would he go back?
Maybe he got a bag.
Very true. So,
you
yeah,
know?
that news happened to like this week, and it's silly season. That's probably the craziest silly season thing I've ever like. When was the last time someone went back to MXGP after coming to US?
I mean, I don't think he is. Like, I mean, his post today on Instagram, like clearly, in my opinion, was putting that down. It said, you know, can't wait to race this on a 450. That's pretty. I mean, it's like a little like vague, but also clearly a shot at the accusations of going back to MXGP, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting, and this what makes silly season like amazing, in my opinion, because you never know what's going to happen. One day it's one thing, the next day it's another thing, and then you come out and it's completely separate than everything that we've heard.
I mean, it's cool in a way, but I also feel like it makes our media kind of look like they have no idea what they're talking about, because like it changes so much that like you can't, I mean, and it sucks because like now I don't trust. Now the next time someone tweets something out, it's like, yeah, well, I mean, you always should do this. You always should just wait till it's done, right? You know, like,
what's the fun in that? What's the fun in that? All right.
But I mean, like, I just wish I could trust the media a little bit more, because it's like, oh, you're going to HRC, and then Tom's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, or there was like another rumor with this situation too, where if Tom goes back, there's gonna be a spot open at KTM, and most likely they'll go after a 250 guy, because from what we've heard, Tomac is signing, AP's there, so they have 2 450s. All right, so they'll pick up a 250 guy. Dax Bennett just signed with that Austrian group, Husky or Gas. He could be that option. Or there was a rumor going around that Kai would be moving over and taking that spot, but that came out to be completely false.
Like, even the Dax thing, do we know that that's true, or is that just a rumor?
That is confirmed that he signed with Husky, Austrian brand, that has not had an announcement yet. So maybe a rumor still, but
I'm saying,
but that's what's going to happen. All right. But Yeah, just in the comment section, let us know your guys' thoughts. I mean, everything on social I've seen is not great comments, so please keep it good, all right? Everything has been bashing Tom. It's crazy.
No, I mean, you guys got to remember, like, these guys are doing it for a living, right? So, like, if he's over here for X amount of dollars, and then they're like, hey, come back over here for X amount plus, you know, double, right? Go back, your family's there. You know, I mean, like, they're humans, right? Maybe they miss where, I don't know. I mean, maybe they miss where they grew up. They want to go back. Who cares? Let them do their thing. Stay here, though, Tom.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, I think if you're Tom, you go after the bag, man. And you got a factory ride, 450, like, go after the bag. But, yeah, pretty interesting. I know we ranted about that a lot, but that's needed, okay? Second topic that we have is Chase Sexton is officially back. We talked about this a little bit in our predictions video. He's not getting P4. He's getting P2 or P1, and it's not P2. And realistically speaking, I think a lot of people are thinking that he's going to be that 4 or 5 situation, like right behind the top 3 that have already been balling out, you know, Jet, Hunter, Tomac, and then you had AP in there, Prado in there, Prado a little bit in there. So I think he's going to be in the mix, but it's nice to have him back. Hopefully, by the time you guys watch this, he does an interview and he relates what actually happened. I would just...
He won't.
It won't happen, but when you guys watch, hopefully that happens. We don't know anything yet.
Be prepared for, like, the entire... Because, you know, he's probably going to top qual. Maybe he'll top qual. I don't know. Maybe not. But if he's on the podium or interviewed at all, be prepared for, like, ninja-style dodging of the questions. Because you know they're going to ask him, and he's just going to dodge.
Kind of similar to what Chad Reed did in the interview at Southwick about Prado. Just absolutely dodge if he was working.
Chad was trying to be humble, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, he dodged the question.
A goober.
But yeah, so Chase is back, so that's awesome to see. Hopefully he can stay healthy and his goggles don't mess up. So
yeah, don't crash. Enjoy your P4 and get in now.
Yeah, on to Jeffrey Herlings here. He has broken his collarbone this week, and it needs surgery, and he's going to be missing the next round of MXGP in Finland. And there's a possibility that he's out for 6 weeks because of it. And I heard it's a pretty bad break. And I just want to say, I feel Herlings is always freaking hurt, dude.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah. For like the last 15 years.
Dude, his injuries since the ankle
like Travis
injury.
Pastrana.
Dude, he's broken so many things. I was talking with my boy Jordan about this, and dude, he has gone through the ringer of injuries. It's insane. He had an ankle injury, a foot injury that had to, with that injury, he had to change up the way he's been riding. And we kind of think that that's the reason why he's getting hurt so much is because of how his riding style has changed drastically.
Talk about like potential GOAT status in Ken Roxon and Jeffrey.
Jeffrey's still up there, though, because of MXGP championships.
Sure. Both of them are still up there in the conversation, but, like, imagine Jeffrey never gets hurt, how much more dominant he would have been.
Oh, he would have at least... How many seasons he's been crashed out? I think for the last 4 years he's been out. Maybe 3. I think he won 1 in the past 4 years. But at least 3, you know? And then...
Oh, dude.
Injuries is just insane, bro. And then there's a rumor that wasn't necessarily a rumor, but back in the day, his dream was to come to the AMA and do Pro Moto and do Supercross, but he never figured out the whoops and like got hurt, and then so he just stayed. And like, if he never gets hurt, there's a potential that we could have saw Herlings in the US full time at one point, which would have been sick. But yeah, so unfortunately, he has a broken collarbone. He's gonna be out for Finland, which absolutely sucks. He's been ripping in MXGP lately. Hopefully it's healed up for the next round, which I think they have back-to-back weekends, so hopefully it's healed up for the second round. But yeah, like I said, it might be 6 weeks, which is not great at all. Okay, but now talking about this weekend, RedBud. And 450s are up again first. And that is because the second motos, or excuse me, the 450 second moto is live on NBC. Not the first, just the second. And that's so, cool. I mean, it is cool, but also at the same time, you're just going to watch Jet be up by 30 seconds. So, like, I don't know what you guys want. You guys should be watching Moto 1s, you know? But we're
watching AP win live on NBC. That's what we're watching.
That, dude, could you imagine? Could you imagine? That would be sick.
I posted about that, and one of my comments said, if AP wins, you're gonna need a SWAT team at the podium, and like, facts.
Okay, I just want to let you guys know too that the race starts at 1 p.m. Eastern. So that's when like the broadcast will start. Race day live starts, I believe, like 9 p.m., 9 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Eastern, something like that. I think it's 10 a.m. Eastern. So just that's the schedule for this weekend at RedBud, and I'm excited, man. I hate 450s are first, but it's gonna be fun no matter what. RedBud is RedBud. It's always iconic. The track layout's the same as last year too that I saw. So I thought they were having track changes, but maybe I'm wrong. I thought Millville and RedBud were getting track changes, or maybe it was Millville and the track after. I don't know, but
I just hope the leap is like extra leapy, you know?
Yeah, they barely did it last year on 250s. Hopefully we can see them consistently do it this year, hopefully. And then talking a little bit more about RedBud, we got some rider updates, okay? First rider, Casey Cochran, shoulder injury from Southwick. He's going to be getting surgery. He's going to be out for the remainder of the season.
Really sad. He was ripping.
Dude, he was honestly so good. We were talking about putting him 9th place like consistently, right? And super bummer. It's a contract year for him too, so he has no ride for next year. So that sucks even more.
He
still
should.
super.
I mean, he should, in my opinion. You know, those first few rounds, he definitely showed a lot of potential.
Yeah, like I believe 100% he should have a contract next year. He's super young too. Like he is super young. So he'll have plenty of times to get out of those injury funk and come back swinging. Next guy up is Ty Masterpool, and this one kind of sucks because he's so freaking good at RedBud, but he's going to be sitting out due to a practice crash. And that, I mean, dude, he was one of those guys that can challenge Deegan last year at RedBud, right? And he's always good there. And it freaking sucks that he's not racing.
Yeah, it's strange. You don't really see practice crashes that much in outdoors. Like, obviously, it happens a ton when they talk about practice crashes. It happens a lot in Soupy, but like, it doesn't really happen that much in outdoors. You know, I feel like.
And then a guy that's coming back for PC is Drew Adams. He had that knuckle injury, like he broke his knuckle or finger. One of the things in his hand. But he's back for RedBud, so that's awesome. I don't know. Realistically, I don't know how he's gonna do. Like with that hand, can he hold on for 30 plus 2 for times 2? You know. But those are all the rider updates that we have currently. If I see any more, we'll let you guys know, like either on like TikTok, most likely TikTok. So be on the lookout for that. And then we kind of got some exciting news this past week. Lawrence's are going back to the AUS-X Open in November, November 22nd, I believe. It's going to be good because last year they didn't do so good. They need some redemption. Jet crashed it out. I think also, or Jet just crashed out. Hunter won it. And so Jet needs some redemption there. So that's going to be interesting. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be honest. I'll be watching, doing a little reaction. I also saw that this past week, Aaron has agreed to do Paris.
Yeah.
So that's going to be freaking sick to watch. You guys know we do reactions for that. I wonder if he's going to make that trip down to AUS-X because Webb did Paris last year and he did the AUS-X.
Maybe. So, I don't know. I'm low-key thinking about going to Paris.
That would be freaking fire.
You know? Yeah, it's going to be sick.
DNX at Paris.
A little croissant.
So that's going to be happening later this year during the off season. So we're definitely going to be watching that. And then moving on to a little video games here. MX Bikes today. When you guys watch this, Southwick is out. So I'm excited to see how that track is. I did personally qualify as a pro at High Point because I'm the best. I didn't do so hot in the motos, but I still qualified. I was the last person to get in, I'm pretty sure.
Also matters.
We still made it. But yeah, so
how'd you do in the motos?
We don't talk about that. We don't
score points?
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about
You didn't score points?
Bro, one moto I ran out of gas on the last lap.
No, that's crazy. Were you in a points position?
At one point.
At the start.
But yeah, we don't talk about that. Maybe I'll try to qualify again for Southwick. I like the sand tracks and MX Bikes on the old OEMs, not necessarily.
You will not see me trying to qualify on a sand track. I'm just keeping it a stack. I've been thinking about coming back a little undercover. It will not be Southwick. Maybe see a RedBud, but it's definitely not. I honestly, I'll download it like Monday. But
yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fun regardless. I'll be playing it a little bit, I guess. But and then yeah, so let us know if you guys are gonna be playing it. And then always MX Sim. Those guys are still kicking it with their series. So make sure you guys go check out all of their channels. Yeah, I mean, shouts to the boy Luke. Shouts to everybody over there. But they're still kicking it. And then the final thing that we have for today is we had some tragic news that happened this past weekend at Mammoth. Aidan Zingg unfortunately passed away in an accident. And both of us, we just want to say our prayers and our thoughts are with their family. I believe he was 16, super young. He was on PC. He had his whole career ahead of him. He was ripping. And it just honestly sucks to see that happen in our sport. And unfortunately, it's happened twice this year with Joel Evans and now Aidan Zingg. And it sucks, man. I hate to see a tragic accident, especially in moto. So our thoughts and prayers are with his family. And if there's like any links to that, I'll definitely put it in like the description and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so that is everything that we had for this week for Everything Moto. Make sure you guys hit that like and sub button. And we'll be back with the watch party and some reactions tomorrow for RedBud. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for all the love. We're out.